Hey guys, XJ9 here, and today's gonna be a video about the upcoming skilling boss, the Gate of Elidinis. What was it? Elidinis? Tell me how to say this word. I actually don't know. I'm just gonna say it's the Gate boss. Okay. So I was gonna I've already read this, but they're gonna talk about the rewards. I didn't watch this video yet. Um, some lore about. I think the boss looks really cool. I will say the boss looks very cool. I actually like this warp floor effect the boss has. I wonder if it has any implications on like why it's like that. Like, is it a coincidence that is there a reason it looks like the warp, or is it just like, oh, this is a coincidence, it looks the same? Um, because I wonder if the warp floors like are these warped or corrupt? Because you verse the I forget his named warped juggernaut or something like that. And the two soldiers that sometimes appear say, "Oh, he's messed up now," and like this is corrupted. So it's like I just wonder if dungeoneering has anything to do with this. And it's kind of far fetched, but still curious. If the bar fills with red, you'll die. You can deplete the red bar, which is corruption, and then start damaging the boss. I'm not sure if this red bar will start filling even if the blue bar is down or not. I'm actually not sure. Shield strength, I'm guessing each one, because there's four barriers, I'm guessing each one restores the shield strength by 25%. So if you have all four shields up, you take 100%, like not 100%, but like, essentially if you take a 1k, you'll only take a 500, so each one increases damage reduction by like, 10 how much would it be? 12.5%. So all those bosses, I was gonna make a guide on this boss. I might still make it. If you want to know about it, if you want to see a guide about this boss, like pre-release, you let me know. Maybe I'll make one fast. I'll have to do it on my girlfriend's account because I already did it on XM. But essentially, all it is you want to mine these stones and then you'll cleanse them, then mine them, get stones, and some people put in the beast of burden and then just once you have a full inventory or as many as you can get, you dunk the boss and deal a bunch of damage. Um, they talk about the moonstone barriers, and these barriers are restored by gathering at this moonstone. There is a regular moonstone and then pristine moonstone. I'm not sure if it's just like flavor text or if it actually matters. They give the same amount of shards. I don't know if it actually matters. Like if you examine this one, it'll just say moonstone, and then the one in the back it'll say pristine moonstone. I'm not sure if that matters. But yeah, if you want to live, you would gather from this and then restore the barriers to take less damage. I'm not sure if in solo, if you're gonna want to restore the barriers to take less damage ASAP because they do deteriorate, I believe, or if you're gonna want to mine just DPS and just eat food. I didn't exactly examine if the barriers are destroyed and like say I have all four repaired, like say they just having one up reduces damage by 50%, like does it matter having all four? Like, or if you have one up, it reduces damage by 50%, but once it dies, then that's it. But if you have four up, if one dies, you have three more that can die, but I'm not sure. I would have to do testing. I didn't really get to do that yet. Summons, sometimes you just click on them to kill them. What's up? And then yeah, you just dunk at the boss. Another interesting thing is this boss goes up to 10 players. So it's also interesting they say if you're struggling to keep everything in check, you can always bring along a friend. And it makes me think that this boss it might not scale because there are so again, I'm not gonna hold your X to this because they're designing this boss around solo. So anything after solo is an afterthought. Although I don't think it should be an afterthought, but it's just what they said. Well, they didn't say it was afterthought. It's just anything above solo is secondary. But how they say you're struggling, you would get the vibe that it makes it easier, right? And if it makes it easier, not the same difficulty, because like let's say the HP, not double mechanics. Like I go with four people, she has four times HP. I had to do four times healing. You know, maybe it's like that. It's interesting too because if she did have 4x HP, would that really? I don't even think that would work out because you would run out of stones because there was a live stream they did, right, and they talked about how if you were to run out of these stones in the arena that she has, like that you cleanse and mine out of, you would actually they said soft lock yourself, like you couldn't complete the fight. So you have to deal enough damage and kill her within a time frame, or she's gonna keep on healing, and you won't be able to finish the fight. So I'm assuming that if you bring 10 people, she'll have the same HP, and the rewards are probably distributed or something like that. I'm not even sure, but we'll see about that. I just get the vibe that it's gonna be easier with people. Okay. So if so, that's gonna be interesting. I do wonder if there's gonna be a middle ground, like, oh, say duo is really good, where or even a trio where one guy mines, puts pillars up to defend, or sorry, crafts. One guy cleanses the stones, and one guy mines the stones to get rocks. I wonder if that's gonna be a thing. We'll see about that. But I'm assuming Solo is going to be the best just because it's designed around Solo, and anything after is probably. I just. It's also kind of weird if. I wonder if it's going to be like Crisis with a point system, or if it's just going to be drops and you get what you get. I don't know. I will say these offhands, the skilling offhands look very cool. I like them a lot. The rune crafting one does not work with Abyss XP modifier. I didn't notice, but in 2015, they did an update where if you enter the Abyss, you get a 2.5x multiplier on rune crafting XP. I did not know this at all. So, that's pretty interesting. Again, you kind of already know about this, but the magical thread will help rune crafting pouches prices a lot, and the XP modifier, yeah, the 50 energy is the one that doesn't work with demonic skull or abyss, so you will probably want to do the abyss still until then. I just wonder how this will play out. We'll see. This divination offhand is going to be very expensive. This one is so good. It's miles better than I have rune crafting one in terms of AFK-ness, because you just have it on, be next to the creator, and just click on springs. You can literally play like League of Legends, and like be on your phone. Oh, let's click on another spring. 2 minute AFK, and just have a good time. You don't have to deposit, which is insane. When skills are just click on something and you don't have to do like something else, like move your camera, and you just stay in one place, that's when the skill becomes super easy. That's why combats are super easy, because you just stay in one square. This scripture is really big. I will say, so there's a 70% chance when doing non-combat actions to spawn a spirit, and it gives you experience. One thing I like is that I really like this actually, is that a different spirit spawns, and depending on the difficulty, uh, and I'm not sure which one's gonna be the hardest out of these. But depending on the difficulty, it'll give you more experience. The hardest one, which one's gonna be the hardest one? Different souls will result in different amounts of experience. They'll spawn nearby and wander around. I wonder which ones. I'm not sure if this is like an order, but if I were to say which one's the hardest, which one's the hardest? This one might be the second hardest. This, this is the hardest. Mimicking Soul is the hardest. Then the Unstable Soul is the second hardest. The Lost Soul, then Vengeful Soul is probably the easiest. I'm not sure. We'll see. So Eclipse Soul is the new combat prayer. It, as you can read, increases critical strike chance by 4% and heals you for 10% of your max life points over 6 seconds each time you critical strike. So every 1 minute you'll heal for 100% of your LP. So bonfire boosts are very important. So every minute you're essentially healing 11,000 HP in a typical PVM scenario with like magic, for instance. So that's pretty good. That's essentially like eating 5 rocktails. It is an overhead prayer though. Although I will say this, guys. So some people think, oh, it's an overhead prayer, sucks. What if it's an overhead prayer, but it can be used with a protection prayer? Because I'm not sure if you know this, but like, let's look at my screen. Sorry, I have my RuneScape open, yeah, right. So let's go to prayers, right? And where are my prayers actually, guys? Okay, here they are. So let's put on protect from summoning. It's an overhead prayer. However, watch this. Protect from range. What if you can, because they didn't state whether or not it can be used with deflect part. It just shows it's overhead. So there is still a chance it might be able to be comboed with a protection part. We'll see. Which will be kind of interesting. It'll also be interesting in the aspect of like, can it be shut down by bosses? Like, because some bosses have mechanics where they turn off your overhead prayer, but usually doesn't include soul split. So we'll see. Overall, this prayer is gonna be really good for melee and magic. I'm not sure about ranged and necromancy because necromancy really likes equilibrium. Plus, you don't have to use biting for Encounters don't crit, and range wants split soul, which requires soul split. So yeah, I'm not sure if range will actually like this. Range might like this, but it's kind of doubtful just because split soul exists. But yeah, magic will definitely magic definitely like this, and melee definitely likes this. And hmm, again, you only I'm actually very curious because whether or not it can be stacked with a deflect prayer really dictates how strong it's going to be. If it works for the overhead, that's gonna be incredibly powerful. Like, because it's not about the bossing aspect. It's like you can AFK so many more things. Like even bosses. Because imagine you're doing like Gregorvik or something. You can just put on melee prayer, range prayer, probably melee prayer, and this prayer, and you'll probably never die. So yeah, we'll see about that. But even if it takes place of protection prayers, people can't soul split at bosses all the time and just eat blubberfish and or Camelot or disruption shield. So this will still have a use. Like you use your moves damage. Um, I it's just if you have to like put on your mage prayer for something, you do lose damage. But I believe the codex from the Synctan Rebirth combined with like let's say Piety with melee is better than tier 99's prayers from AOD. So you're not really losing out on anything. You're just losing on 4% crit, but you're still doing more damage or as much damage as you would be. So some people again like think, oh, this prayer's gonna suck. Like it's still gonna be good. So yeah, I'm very curious about this prayer. New pet looks very cool. I like this model a lot. I think this model it's just something different. It looks really cool. Um, I believe Bickwitch made the boss model. I'm not sure about the pet model, but she did a really good job with the model. This is 1000 KC. It looks very cool with the space. I like this. I kind of wish like Aurora die looked like this or space die. It looks very cool. That's a cool 1000 KC. Latent offering. So what is this? This is another drop. Yeah, I think this is another drop. I'm not even sure, but it requires. It can be used along with other materials, so they aren't saying what materials. So you probably some invention components or maybe even items to make your amulet dedicated to fletching or crafting. Um, every time your amulet destroys an item to get experience, like your crafting, it destroys a dragonstone. Your fletching, it destroys a broad arrow. It does use charge, so you have to find a way to be top it up. So that's interesting. We'll see. We'll see how worth that is. Bring back the means costs. Depends how if it's maintenance cost is fine as long as it's not annoying. Um, the gate boss shard hunt. Necromancy is the most popular style, so they're doing necromancy. I will say these look very cool, especially this thing. This looks very cool. I like both of these. Both of these are pretty cool looking. Kind of hope this has a particle effect. I don't even like a particle effect on the eye, but purple's kind of cool. Kind of a hard angle to see, but this rune is cool. Oh, and during the first 2 weeks, you're gonna have a 10% rare drop chance increase. Another big thing is gonna be you're gonna instead of an Elder Overload Cauldron, you're gonna have a Skilling Cauldron. It's gonna give you a super agility, super crafting, super mining, and an extreme divination effect. I'm guessing for an hour, right? Uh, the super agility, crafting, and mining don't actually really matter that much. It's only +5 to your level. It might matter if the scaling, like, say that you need it helps the damage so much or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm not sure how much it'll help. Uh, Divination is to cleanse the rocks. Agility is to jump on the boss and dunk the boss. Crafting is to get the shards to repair the uh, protection pillars, and mining is to mine the rock after you cleanse it with divination. So I'm actually kind of curious if how much of an effect these will actually impact the boss, especially agility. I wonder if agility is gonna help a lot, especially when they do 110 agility. Like maybe the damage scales with agility. We'll see. Um, what's up? What happened here? Yeah, then there's some task lists. So yeah, overall, that's that. I will say the one thing I wanted to show, and I know this is really screwed up, but I don't really care. This is kind of my setup I'm going to be bringing for the boss, and it's been kind of quiet. I'll actually put on the music quick. So I have a full Death Warden set that's for HP. We don't know how hard the boss will fit, but it also gives dodge chance. Someone said darkness works and you could dodge the attacks. If so, it's good. If not, it's kind of doogie doo doo. But still, bring HP because I can't think of a better outfit to bring. Like, does mining outfit really matter for 5% critical? Probably not. I have a mining cape because I couldn't think of a better cape. Maybe I was thinking maybe Leviathan for HP. Um, but yeah, we just have 5% double chance or for all rocks. Maybe it'll work with mining. We don't know. Grace the Elves, why? I don't know, to be honest. Ring of Whispers, just +3 invisible stats to your gathering skills, so it helps with divination and everything, so very good. We're not sure if invisible stat boosts will actually matter at the boss though. Like maybe it's only visible that matters. We'll see. If not, I would probably just use a Leviathan ring, superior one. Zemmerghost Nexus to reduce damage, and again, I didn't test this yet, guys. I'm sorry. But I'm assuming resonance works, right? And disruption shield. Oh, that's one thing I'm forgetting. I should bring a pouch, right? But I'll bring it later. A pickaxe of life and death with honed 6 with level 20, and it's a 12% chance to get an additional orb. Maybe it'll matter. Pretty cool. I like this pickaxe log. I think it looks really cool. Divine Spirit. Okay, so I do have a Tago's hammer. I just don't have it on this account right now, right? I'm not sure. I did not test this again. I'm sorry. But what if Spirit Shields reduce the damage you take from the boss? If so, you could use Penance Aura and or Penance Powder and reduce damage. I'm not sure if that works. If it does, that's kind of funny. But otherwise, yeah, you would want to use Taga's Hammer. If you don't have Taga's Hammer, I guess you would use this. But yeah, we'll see. Brute of Gods is cuz, I guess. Vitality Potion, just to tank damage, I guess. Some food to eat. And I was originally going to bring a Gargoyle contract because of the scroll. Your swing does 50% more damage, so this would accelerate the mining part and damage the boss quite significantly. Most people, which I did not know about, apparently you can store the rocks that you mine to hit the boss into a beast of burden, such as a pack mammoth, and do a lot of damage at once. Again, I'm not sure if that's going to be the thing you want to do, or if you're going to want to like keep damaging the boss, like mine 20, then damage, do the every 30 seconds or every time the special icon buff is up, you summon the pillars, you just dunk on her. And so maybe the gargoyle is going to be better. We'll see. It depends on how much damage you'll take. I might try out the gargoyle at first, but we'll see. I will say again, does disruption shield work? I'm not sure. Oops, I just loaded the wrong thing. Let me move this over here. Gate of Elidinis. Elidinis? I don't know, maybe it's Elidinis. We need a pouch. And what am I gonna need? Does it, bro? That's so much just to take disruption shield. Like, is that even worth it, bro? I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah. What do I need for this? Sorry. So, spellbook swap lunar, cosmic astral law. This is where I just don't have stuff for this, do I? I don't think I use this one. Cosmic, Astral, Law. Put those inside. Spellbook, Swap, Lunar, and then I need Disruption Shield, which is Body and Blood. Ruin. Where's Body? Do I have Body? No. Let's put that in there and cast Disruption Shield, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure if that works or not, guys. You can tell me. We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of just what I was planning on bringing to the boss. If you guys are interested in a video, you can tell me. If you have any, if you want to tell me how to say the name of the boss, that's cool. If you know, maybe tell me your setups, like maybe there's something I'm missing. I do have Shadow's Grace on, that Archaeology Relic. Another thing that might be very useful, actually, is Persistent Rage. Because you're going to be skilling a lot and maybe not using defenses as much. And having that 100% Adrenaline might help quite a bit. You know? So, that might be a good relic to take, too. Because then you can cast Reflect. Again, if Reflect works, if Barricade works, that's actually quite strong. So, you know, I'm actually just going to cheat it out. Because I don't think I'm really playing right now. So, where's Persistent Rage? 150, guys. Sure. Yeah, sure, why not? So let's put Persistent Rage. Yeah, Shadow's Grace, Persistent Rage, and I guess Conservation of Energy. So that's gonna be interesting. We'll see if that works out. Another thing I want to talk about is, doesn't the old Prime Armor look really cool, guys? So this is the old Prime Armor, and I just think it looks really cool. Like, so here I am, right? And like, you see, it doesn't really go that much above my chest. It has depth with all the, I don't know what you call them, but polygons, right? Even this little skirt piece waves a little bit, which is a hard detail to notice. Let's take off Dark Phoenix Wings. Let's take that off. Actually, I don't want to take it off. But the one thing I wanted to show you guys was, don't you think, I just think the new Primal sucks ass, and I was kind of excited for it at first, but you know, the helmet kind of bothered me. I just don't like the depth of the armor. What's it called? Like Daemonheim armor? It's called something stupid. Was it? Oh yeah, I have to wear it. My bad. So let's get this Prime armor on. I'll just get the whole set. I actually really don't care. So I'll even put on the helmet, bro. I actually really don't care. So this is how it looks, right? And like, see how I'm gonna put my thumb right there. So it's right there, pretty much where that little weird teal symbol is. And if I remove this clear customization, look how much it jumps up. It's like, to me, it's just a little bit bulky. Like, it's too, it's just a little bit. Like look at that. You know, like, I just think it could have been smaller. Or like, I just don't like how bulky it is. I look kind of fat in the stomach. You know what I mean? Like, I like that the armor was like made with your torso. It was like in like if we go back, primal. So I have some blackness here. Yeah, you see that? I think those. I didn't notice that when they made this, by the way, because I didn't really care too much. But dude, let me get rid of these fucking wings. I'm sorry. Let me get rid of this whole thing. Let me hide, actually. So, see, oh my god, I have so many particles. I'm sorry. Okay, there. It's off there. So, see, so look at this armor set. This looks pretty cool, does it not? It's like the armor's built into you. You're all red and orange. You look super cool. Like, this actually looks super cool. It's like into your chest. And then if you go to the other one, it's just like, I don't like these. Like, why is it like, it just feels like it just tagged on. Like, then it's like this weird bag. It looks kind of like stitched on. I just don't like all this space. Like, look how much black space there's just of nothing. There's just nothing there. And like, I just look so weird. I know I'm in a desert. Let's just get out of the desert then. If someone's gonna complain about that, right? But we're in the desert now, and it's just like I just I just don't like all this like bandages and stuff, and like this weird like this black space. And then if you put on the primal armor, the OG primal, like look at this. It's like wait, let's go back here. Yeah, so I say all bandages, and we go back to primal. I mean, I guess primal had it too, but like I just think it was done better for what the at the time. Like it looks like it matches. Because it's supposed to be at the cloth that your little I guess plate legs have, right? And if you go back, I feel like they could have just made a one like instead of having all bandaged, just make it like one thing. But I don't know, man. This is what the video is about now, guys. This is about prime armor. I just like the OG more, guys. I really do. I just think the OG is better. And even the primal helmet. If you wear the primal helmet, it's like looks pretty cool. And if you put on the ultimate helmet, it's like again, like the thing I don't like about it is like all the it's just my head looks like almost enlarged. So my head's right there. I don't know. I don't know. This is a fun stream. Not a fun stream, fun video. I don't like that. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even too big of a fan of the helmet myself. I just think the other one, like, I think it's just more pronounced. It's not really about the helmet. No one wears the helmet, guys. Eh. I don't really care about the helmet, guys. We're probably back to red party out. Here. Wow. I'm rich. But yeah, that's it, guys. You know what? I'm done. I don't know. I just felt like talking about Prime Armor for some reason, guys. Bye.